Yo, what up, guys? It's your boy Omar, and like I said, I believe it was 3 days ago, right? That I was gonna talk about my experience in after 16 years of being with Android. Now I'm switching to iOS, and it's not gonna be like this iOS thing where I might just be there for like a week or so, test it out, and go back. This is a long-term commitment now. So, on Friday, I was a little mad and everything because Amazon brought me the wrong stuff. I mean, it wasn't the right headphones. It was it was the Lightning instead of the Type C for the AirPods Pro Max. So returning those, then they're gonna bring me some new ones, and it's gonna take who knows how long again to wait, like probably another week or so for all of that to happen. Since they got refund everything, then I got repaid for everything, right? But I'm over here with the 16 Pro Max. Let me just check it off the case real quick. I got the black one. As you can see, this is a big boy. And I am using a screen protector. I'm using the Flow Lab. And you got to get the updated one if you want. Um, Let me show you. So if you want these little corners to show up, you got to get the updated one, or else these little lines down here, or it's gonna be covered, meaning that if you get the non-updated one, the screen protector will cover part of the actual screen for your phone, and you don't want that, right? So you want to be able to get the whole thing. So you gotta get the updated one, the one that says zero point 0.7 mm on it. Now this so let's get to it. So the 16 Pro Max. Let me start off with, I love the battery life. Okay, this thing has a huge battery life. Like, you have no idea how. I went a full day. So not sure if you can see this right here. Don't look at the bottom one. That's the usage. So this is the battery life, right? Hold on. Where is my thing? Okay, so this one, right? And I started charging it again when it was already at 20%. So from here, it was 12:53. All right, the battery went on from 12:53, and I started charging somewhere around, I want to say, 10 a.m. So from 12:53 on Saturday p.m., right, all the way to 10, somewhere around 10 on Sunday, 10 a.m. on Sunday, and I still had 15% more. And keep in mind, I was trying to drain the battery because I'm testing one of my battery banks, right? With me trying to drain the battery on this thing, it took a full day to do that. And keep in mind, there was like 5 hours that I fell asleep, during that time. So yeah, 5.5 hours in between that I was sleeping. But still, the battery on this thing is amazing, like one of a kind. And I cannot complain on that. With my S24 Ultra, the battery was good as well, but not like this thing. Because this one, I was trying to drain the battery, and even then, it was a, I mean, it still did it, right? Genshin Impact, um, leveling, lots of YouTube, lots of web browsing, a lot of social media, emails, texting, everything, right? And the battery lasts forever. Now, with that being said, though, I wish the phone actually had a universal back button, like with the Samsung phone, because that one I could just go from any side, left to right, and it would like give me that back button, right? I wish we had something like that with this one because I have to guess every single time, or just kind of like swipe up, get the app out the way. But I'm still learning it, right? So keep in mind, 16 years of Android, moving down to iOS. So yeah. Now I will say everything works. It works, and the one major difference that I saw was the apps on it. I mean, amazing. Why? Well, because they develop it only for Apple. So the apps can be really good. I could actually take photos now from here, like from the app directly. And I don't have to take photo from the camera and then open the app and send everything. And I could just take it directly from the app, and it's gonna look good. It's gonna have really good quality. So that's one thing that's a really big difference on it as well. It got that. Um, the Face ID is really good too. I like that. So even in the middle of the night, boom, Face ID hits me, and it unlocks. Really good. So it's like something that is very amazing with that, and I like it. Um, the phone feels very light. It feels really great, especially and at first, due to how he got this part right here, it felt like there was less screen, even though this phone is barely bigger um, than the S24 Ultra. It felt like it was smaller only because of this curve, but this little curve makes it so much better to hold on the hand, right? So much better. Like if it's more comfortable for the long run. With the S24 Ultra, even though I did like that boxy design, after a while it was hitting like you would feel it. And I have my UAG case and everything. I still have them. These ones are the best cases you can get. So if you can find it on sale, go for it. If you get it on eBay, go for it because and they do have them on sale on eBay. I'm just letting you know right now. These are really great cases. Well, anyways, the way it is, the way it's shaped, makes it a lot easier to hold for the long run, right? And man, I'm telling you, so you could have it a long time right here. You start playing games like I do with Genshin Impact, leveling, and you could have it for a long time. You could be watching videos and everything. Man, it's really good, right? It feels great. Cameras, there's nothing to talk about. Cameras are really great. Um, you could be moving, take pictures, moving. They gonna look good. When I had my S24 Ultra, I kind of had to stand still, take the picture, and then move on. Right. With this one, I could move, take pictures, and they still will look good. So, so that's a major difference right there with that stuff. Now, one thing I do miss is that the zoom that I had with the S24 Ultra, because I could go all the way up to 100x, right? Even though at times 100x was not usable at all, it still provided something that you could go off by. 30x was good. Um, After 30x, he was hit and miss with it. This one only goes up to 25x, but even 25x looks really good here. And with the Samsung 30X looked amazing. Well, not amazing, but it looked good, right? Afterwards, it was a hit and miss. This one up to 25X, it still looks good. And look, I just keep on dropping this thing. It still look good. So camera wise, I'm not even complaining. Camera wise, really good. Battery life, camera, uh, a lot easier with every single apps. Social media looks way better. Um, what else? I really can't like holding it, like just holding it, the design of it, the way it is, holding it is so much comfortable. It feels lighter in a way. So it's little things like that, right? That makes it so much different. I've also noticed that with iPhone or with Apple in general, accessories, screen protectors, everything seems to be better quality. Not sure if it's because um, it's Apple and the majority of people here in the United States are in the Apple ecosystem, and all this stuff that is for Apple is just way better. I'm not sure, but it seems like the stuff that is built for iPhone has better quality. I could tell with the screen protector from Flow Lab. Seems to me that it's a way better quality. Like, you see how like great this thing looks. Like it's perfect with everything. He aligned perfect and all that. So it seems like it's way better, right? Um, I'm not sure. It might be me, but it seems that it's better. Now it has been a little bit of a learning curve, only because it's a whole different system. So there's a lot of stuff like I want to be able to customize my way, but I'm stuck with the iOS way for now. I understand I could go to a third party app. Probably I've seen the ads on Facebook and you'll switch around this stuff. But with Samsung, like I had the built-in app, and I was able to switch things around with the icons and everything. I've been having a little bit harder time with this one on that. Um, like the freedom of being able to modify some stuff, developers on the developers app part and everything, like has been it's a little different on there as well. Like I'm not able to do that here. Now I'm able to move around, like, oh, and the AI stuff, like circle search. That was one thing I use all the time for work. I I could use it on my C Fold 6 right here that I'm using in order to record this right now. But I don't always have my C Fold 6 with me, at work. So normally I would take out my phone, circle search, look at the stuff, boom, find it, right? That's something I don't have right now, and hopefully on the next software update it will come in, whatever they want to call it. I don't know what it will be, but bring that back. The AI stuff has to come back. Like has to be here. Like there's no reason why it shouldn't be here. Like if they push AI so much to have it on beta. Now, my understanding that if I were to go on beta here, I'm gonna lose that battery life big time. I ain't trying to do that right now. So what little AI I have here, like the eraser, when you take pictures and you erase whatever thing, that's actually pretty cool because I tried it and it works really well. I will say that it works really well, but it's not something I use all the time. The writing tool, don't use it. I feel like with Samsung, the translator AI thing worked really great. Um, so it's things like that, right? So it's little things that are making it a little bit hard, but it's not hard transition. So you go from iPhone, from Apple to Android, you'll transition really well. Yes, it's a little getting used to it because it's a whole different software, right? And you can go vice versa, Android to Apple, and you'll transition. Now, when you go to Apple, you don't have the freedom you had with Android. So there's a lot of stuff that you won't have freedom with, right? But the other stuff that do work and are good makes up for that little freedom that you had, right? So texting with my family is a lot easier now. We got FaceTime with the iMessage and all that, so it's a little bit more easier to do that. And like I said, with social media, I don't have to take a picture first and then go to the app. And in order to be able to put it on social media, I could just do it directly from the app and just put it on social media, right? So that so it's the little things that make a difference. Do I still want my freedom with my phone? Yes. I pay good money for this, so I should be able to say what I want to do, when I want to do, what I want to download, or what I don't want to download, because I paid for this thing, right? So there's no reason why they should tell me you can't do this or you can't do that because it's my money. I paid for it. So that's one thing that kind of like, you know, for 16 years I was like, man, I don't know about that, right? But it is what it is. I'm here for long term, right? And I do have both Samsung with my C Fold 6 and the iPhone 16 Pro Max, right? So yeah, I will say the screen looks amazing. It looks really great. Compared to the S24 Ultra, you know, the X24 Ultra looked a little grainy, but that was the way it was. Maybe the S25 was gonna be different. I don't know, but the S24 Ultra, the screen looked a little grainy, but I loved it. Right, it was a big screen, boxed it design. It looked big. Um, but this one looks amazing. If you look at it, it looks amazing. It looks clean. High quality. It's amazing. So with the screen, I'm not even tripping or anything because it looks really good. It looks perfectly good, right? So the one thing like this dynamic island will be another thing to get used to, but after a few days, you don't notice it as much. So at first it was just a bother because you had that big old cutout right there, right? So at first it was a little bother, but then after a while you forget it's there. And I only had this thing for a week, all right? So it's only been a week. Today will be a week. Today is a week actually. And I'm already used to it. It doesn't bother me as much no more. At first I would see that big old cutout right there, right? Now it doesn't bother me. It's like whatever. So you get used to it. Your eyes will adapt. I was used to that little tiny cutout right here, the little circle for the camera. That's what I was used to. Now it's a little bit more bigger, but you get used to it. Like you forget it's there. All right. The dynamic island really does work for a lot of stuff as well. Some apps will interact with it. So let me see. Hold on. For instance, if I'll put this right here on YouTube. Let me see. Hold on. Because I'm trying to make it work, but it's not working now. Okay, so I don't know how to make it work right now, but sometimes the YouTube stuff will come up to the dynamic island, when I'm doing something, and yeah, I just can't get it to work right now. I don't know why. It won't go up, but anyways, I can't prove my point right now. Well, it is what it is. I can't prove my point no more, but sometimes, like I'm watching YouTube and I gotta go out and do something, the YouTube picture will come up here to the dynamic island, and I'll be able to see it from there, right? I know with Quobus, let me just lower the volume that way I don't get copyright striked or anything. So you can see the dynamic island will interact with it, so it'll show you what you're playing is playing, so that's one thing. And then you click on it and it'll bring you back to the app, right? So you click on it, boom, so you can interact with it. So that's actually pretty cool. I like that. I just don't know how to effectively use this thing that right now. to its full potential. But I'm learning little bit by little every day, right? One thing I do miss as well, because with my Samsung phone, I could just come here and I would get the notifications and all that, right? I didn't have to, and then I would get this plus notifications, right? Here, I can't do that. So, it's either, so on here will be the this stuff right here, whatever it's called, I forgot right now. And on the other side, for your notifications. With the Samsung, all I had to do was just one swipe down, and I would get everything, in that one spot. So, that's one thing that's getting a little bit harder. I mean, like, was a little hard because to get used to, because I was like, oh man, oh yeah, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I got. So it was a couple more steps, but you get used to it. Now, this thing works well with MagSafes. You don't need a case for that. You can put any MagSafe stuff you want with it, and it's going to work really well. I'm using Endoville, so MagSafe, right? So that's one thing that I do like about it, is that I'm able to use MagSafe on this thing. I don't even have to use the case, but I do just because I want to be protected, right? But it won't interfere with anything. It'll keep everything good. I don't have to worry about the S Pen. So I'm not really too bummed out about the S Pen, only because I never really use it that much. Like, I rarely use the S Pen, you know. So that's one thing, like, I don't miss at all. I rarely used it. It wasn't something that I needed really. So, it is what it is. Now with this thing, sound. Oh my god, this thing gets loud. When I say loud, I mean loud, loud. Like, playing music, everything. This thing's loud. I believe it's a little bit louder than the S24 Ultra I had. So, yeah. When I say loud, I mean loud. It's amazing though. I like that. I actually do like that. I know with let me see. I do have the Apple Watch Ultra. The only problem was that I bought it refurbished and all that from Amazon, and they gave me a strap that was broken. So I'm still using my Galaxy Watch Ultra until further notice, until I get the straps. But I do know it connected to my phone really good, right? It was instantly. I did already have the AirPods Pro. They connected to my phone instantly. Only problem I have with those AirPods is that every single time, like, you'll go, like, I'm not searching for you. Why are you doing that? Like, how? Like, why? And then it gives me a message saying that the original owner is able to see I am the original owner of those. How? Right? So I don't know what's going on with that. Yeah. But yeah. Anyways. And with the AirPods Pro Max, I was able to connect to the phone quickly. It was very like fluent. Everything was good. It works great. They just gave me the wrong one, so I had to return them and wait and repurchase them and do all this other extra stuff before I could even, consider doing a good review on them. So yeah, but it's like little things. So, anyways, this is an amazing phone. It's really good. There are things that could be better, but it is what it is, right? That's the way they do it because people like it that way. I mean, I like freedom to do whatever I want to do with something that I purchase because I own this thing. Apple doesn't own it. I own it. So I should be able to have freedom with it, but it is what it is, right? But honestly, you can't go wrong. Oh, wait, before I forget, the camera control button. I totally forgot about it. I don't even use it. This is all I use it for. That's all I use it for. There is this thing is very hard to control. Like I don't like this thing. Look at that. I don't even know what happened now. There you go. I don't even like using this thing. There you go. So, it's just this thing's not really practical at all. You see how it will change everything? It's not practical. And let me just there you go. So I took a picture. I don't even know. But yeah. So there goes my picture. But really I mean if you're going like this, it might be practical. I really haven't tried at all, to be honest with you. So let's see. Let's see how it goes. So I'll take here. So here we go. And look at that. Yeah, so you can see my Z Fold 6 right there. So yeah. So that's the only reason this thing will work is to click, click, click. You know, that's if, you're kind of like this and you're like, okay, clap, clap. But if you want to zoom in, just use the screen. There's really, you can't go wrong with just zooming in here or just using whatever camera you have, the 2x, the 5x camera. If you want to go higher than that, just kind of like, just zoom in with your hands. Goes all the way 25x. And if you had to go down, just do that. There's no reason like this camera control button really the only thing it's good for, taking pictures like that. In my opinion, I have not been able to figure out any best way to actually use that camera button. So it's just a waste of space, honestly, to me. So it's a waste. But it looks cool though. Like with this case, looks cool. I have another case coming in from Subcase, so I'll be reviewing that one as well. But honestly, I always go back to UAG because I know they work, right? So yeah, this is a good phone. It's really great, high quality, really good. Everything works. It works great. I played Genshin Impact for a long time. Did not heat up, and I put Genshin Impact on the highest graphic, right where it says low, medium, high, and I put it on the highest, not high, highest or higher, something like that, right? And it did not heat up. It did not stop. It did not get stuck. Nothing. It was playing perfectly fine. That's how good it is. So I'm not really sure what Apple did with this thing because from my understanding, the 15 was really bad, but with this one, does not heat up. The battery life is good. Cameras are great. Let me rephrase that. Battery life is amazing. Cameras are amazing. Apps are amazing. It's a lot easier to move around. Yes. Does temperature what like the temperature control? It's amazing. Does not heat up. Not in my use though. I just wish we had more freedom on the phone so that you could do whatever you want with your own phone. Um, I just wish we had that universal back button. Makes it a lot easier to move around. Um, you know, um, there's really not too much I could say about it. And then, like on the negative side, just bring out the AI. Like give us the AI that you promised with the phone. So bring that over here already. Like Samsung had it, Google has it. A lot of these other Chinese phones they have it as well. So what's up? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but those are little things that could be better. If they gave us more freedom, that universal back button, that AI, and this will be an amazing phone to have. Because I could just tell right now, battery alone, hands down the best one. I spent almost 24 hours. Don't count the time I was sleeping, right? Well, if you 24 hours with the time I was sleeping, and I only had the battery, I only charged the battery up to 94%. So from 94%, it went down to 15% before I started charging it, and that was almost 24 hours, with 5.5 hours of me sleeping, right, in between. So I want to say 18, not 18, like 16 hours of screen on time, maybe no, 14 hours of screen on time. That's a lot. I could charge this phone to 95%. All right, 95% at night. Go sleep. 6 hours later, I wake up. It's still at 95%. With my S24 Ultra, I'll go up to 100%. When I woke up, it was at the same 5-6 hours I would sleep. It will go down to 95% on standby mode. This one does not go down. If you go sleep at 89%, you will wake up at 89. Go sleep at 100, you will wake up at 100. That is amazing. All right. Battery life is amazing. I can't even say much about it. Like I said, the cameras are good. Yes, this button is pretty useless, in my opinion. There's no reason for it. They could have done something else. The action button, I just have it for, do not disturb. I don't need all the other stuff. I do like this where I could get a screenshot by using both of this right here, volume up and power button. I like that because it makes it a lot easier for one hand, screenshot. So yeah, that's about it. So if you're on the market to buy it, go for it. I didn't have a 15 Pro Max or a 14 Pro Max, so I don't know. I had the 12 Pro, that was my test phone, but it wasn't my main phone. Now this is my main phone now, and so far so good. Yes, that learning process, it's not really hard. I mean, anybody could do it. I did 16 years of Android, going from Motorola, LG. I even had a cool pad from Metro PCS. Don't ever get that. LG, Asus, Red Magic, Samsung at the end. So 16 years over, and now I'm with iOS, and the transition is a little bit harder here and there, but you get used to it. This dynamic island may look like a big hole in your screen, but you get used to it. You even forget that it's there. So yeah, so if you're on the market for a phone, just go for it, buy it. If you want to stick with Android, S24 Ultra is still the best phone out there. It has everything you need from AI to camera, good cameras, good battery life. So I'm not gonna say it was the worst battery life, but it had good camera life. I mean, good battery life. All right, it lasted all day as well. Even though this one has way better battery life, but it is what it is. But yeah, so yeah, that's my only thing. And if you do buy the 16 Pro Max, make sure you get the screen protector from FroLab. Even though it'll cost you $30-$40, you can get it on discount right now if you actually go for it, right? But it covers the whole thing, almost the whole thing. So it's pretty much flush with this case right here. And I have a UAG case, right? So FlowLab plus the UAG case makes a perfect combo. And the magnetic ring I'm using is from Endoville. I have two different ones from them. The circle one. This is the one I use for my C46 because of the case I have, but I might just end up buying this one for this one too. But you see how it looks. So yeah, just little things like that. But yeah, if you're on the market for a phone and you want an Apple phone, so just go for it. It's a really good phone. The iPhone 16 Pro Max, you can't go wrong with it. especially if you're already on the ecosystem. It's really good. Now, keep in mind, I'm only saying yes because I come from a Android world, right? So this is new to me. I'm still learning from it. This only been 1 week. I love it. It's good. I mean, just bring me that AI stuff. Just give me more freedom. You know, that's all I ask. Give me more freedom to be able to use my phone the way I want to use it. Bring that AI back. Bring that AI that you promised on this thing. Not just the little stuff here and there. Just bring the whole thing. Screw it. Just bring it all, right? But yeah, that's all. So it's a good phone. Buy it if you want to buy it. Save some money. I got all the accessories that I needed on Amazon. I just wish they would actually give me the right stuff and things that weren't broken. So, but I had a good Black Friday sales and all that, so it works. All right. So yeah. All right, guys. So go for it if you want to buy it. If you don't want to buy it, you want to go Android. I could vouch for Samsung, but this is a good phone. All right, guys. Peace out.